There's a brand new personal breathalyzer on the market from the same people, I believe, that make for law enforcement, right, Barry?
Correct.
And Barry's with LifeLock. He's the president of LifeLock Technologies, a Colorado company.
Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Barry. You make these professionally, or well, not professionally, I mean you make these for law enforcement professionals.
We do. We've been Colorado-based for 25 years, and we got our beginnings pioneering breathalyzers for law enforcement and for the workplace.
Now, you have a consumer model now.
More recently, based on a lot of feedback from consumers, we decided to launch a consumer product that pretty much mirror images our law enforcement product in terms of the technology and the accuracy.
Now, you want to believe that yours is better than the kind you can buy at just any old store. We've seen them for $30. Well, I don't know about 30, but what do they start at?
You can see them for $5 all the way up to $500.
Okay, so you want to believe yours is different. Is it truly better?
It certainly is. The technology is quite different between the ones that will go for over $150 and the ones less than that. The more expensive
Two kinds of technology, right?
Fuel cell technology, which is what powers law enforcement units.
What is a fuel cell technology, quickly?
Fuel cell takes in the alcohol from your breath, converts it to electricity, and we measure that current, and that determines...
You measure current?
You measure current, and that determines your % blood alcohol.
What's the other kind of technology?
The other kind of technology is called semiconductor technology. You'll see it on all the less expensive units sold in the mass retailers, and it simply is not an accurate technology. It was developed to detect alcohol, but not to measure the strength of alcohol.
Okay, so this is LifeLock. We're talking about a Colorado company, and they have a consumer model. Very easy to use, very cool, and we want to mention something. I'm going to hit them up for a special deal for my viewers coming up. True, I don't know if you knew that, but we're going to do it.
We have it ready.
Okay, good. I don't like surprising people. Let's take a look at this. This is cool. What we're going to do is see how it stacks up against other breathalyzers that we found at Walgreens and Walmart.
I should point out that what you're going to see here is some comparison tests between the standard law enforcement unit that the law enforcement uses on the streets today, our consumer unit, and a variety of the cheap mass-produced products that you can see. You're going to see some narrow variation between our two units, and you're going to see just incredible variation from the other units.
All right, let's take a look at that.
There are a wide variety of breathalyzers available at pharmacies, retailers, and off the internet. But how accurate are they? We decided to put them to the test against the LifeLock brand and compare the results.
And this is a LifeLock law enforcement unit that's used throughout Colorado by the Highway Patrol for roadside sobriety testing. Okay, Amy, blow steadily for 4 seconds. Now there's a breath graph that gives an indication of Amy's breath alcohol content before the reading pops up, and she's at 0.067 right now. Amy against LifeLock's new personal breath tester, 0.070.
It's important to remember there are 2 levels at which you can be arrested. If you blow a .05, that's driving while impaired. Registering a .08 means you are driving under the influence. Both have serious consequences. Now we have several other breathalyzer consumer units that are on the market.
And you're a .00. You're fine to drive, according to this. 0.24, 3 times over the legal limit. 0.18, went from a 0.24 to a 0.18. 0.129. So which one do you believe? 0.09. I don't know whether that's right, wrong, high, or low.
0.07.
Now it's time to test Sean's breath alcohol content, which is equivalent to blood alcohol content. Let's check out LifeLock's law enforcement unit first.
0.045.
And this is LifeLock's consumer breathalyzer.
0.046. You can't get much closer than that.
And again, the other consumer units on the market.
0. He's safe to drive. We know Sean's at a 0.045, and this consumer unit read a 0.16. 0.079.
0.048.
So if you're looking to buy a breathalyzer for yourself, no, you're taking a big risk if you drink any alcohol and drive.
So the consumer unit from LifeLock was almost identical to the law enforcement unit. The other ones were way off, could get you in trouble. And we want to mention, by the way, no matter what you blow, if you feel tipsy, it doesn't really matter, because some people just can't handle alcohol, and you really need to gauge that for yourself.
That's right. Alcohol intoxication begins at levels much lower than 0.8 or 0.5.
Yeah. So individually, you have to judge how you're feeling. John's on the phone now with a comment. John, welcome. What's going on, John?
Not much. I was just calling to say that a lot of people don't know that they're drinking and driving because they go out the night before, get drunk, catch a cab home, and then when they wake up in the morning and drive to work.
What about that? What about that? John saying, people go home at night and they sleep and get up for work. They could still have alcohol in their system.
Absolutely.
Wow.
You get intoxicated, you get drunk much more quickly than you sober up. So if you are partying late, for example...
Yeah, like 2 in the morning, you got to get up for work at 8?
You may still be over the legal limit. And most people don't know it, they don't feel it, because it's masked by a hangover.
Never thought of that.
So the popular application is morning after testing, as we call it, to make sure that, A, you don't get arrested for a DUI on the way to work.
Goodness.
But if you get to work and you're intoxicated, you could be fired instantly.
And of course, I'm looking at this as, we're not just worried about you getting busted. We don't want you killing anyone. I mean, think about that. I mean, even though we think we can be in control, no way. Here's a special offer now. I hit them up, a special offer. $199. Now, this is a truly accurate measurement like law enforcement uses, but for yourself. And by the way, they do have mouth adapters you can put on there so you can test friends and stuff at your home.
Right.
If you're having a party or entertaining, that's very important. $199 personal breath alcohol tester. First 20 callers mention Martino TV. Okay? And here's how you get in touch with LifeLock Technologies, 303-431-9500. 303-431-9500 or toll-free 800-722-4872 and on the web at LifeLock.com. And if you order today, you'll get it before Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
They guarantee that, so you guys can, if you're entertaining, you'll know where you stand. This is what I think should be a necessity right along with the